I'm at the stable right now. It's raining outside, and the truth will set you free. Wait, no. The truth will make you free. I gotta be free. And today, I want to say Mumia Abu-Jamal will be 70 years old on Tuesday, the 24th of April. Mumia Abu-Jamal, the Philadelphian writer, political commentator, activist, soldier for freedom, and fighter for justice. Mumia Abu-Jamal, who I drew in this picture with those cuffs holding on to him. 2015, 2014, I drew a picture of Muhammad Ali knocking out the Cape Crew faker Superman, and Mumia is in the audience up here. I hope you can see him next to Huey holding on to his protection, that rifle, next to Fred Hampton holding on to a microphone, speaking. Frederick Douglass, I didn't draw holding on to anything in that picture, but when I took those men and put them here, I put Mumia with those cuffs holding on to him on his wrist. I put Huey with that pistol or that shotgun in his hand. I'm not a weapons guy. I don't carry guns and all that, but his protection. Fred Hampton holding on to that microphone because he was a much more powerful orator than myself, and Frederick Douglass, one of the most powerful orators ever, holding on to the 13th Amendment. He wrote too, he could write, and he always allowed for folks to know what it was that he was speaking about. He always delivered his message in written form, printed form, as well as his oratory. The 13th Amendment says we're not free yet. When you break their law, and you will break their law, yeah, I said ass. It's a donkey, like a Democrat. I'm running for governor of Delaware as a Democrat, by the way. I'm an ass. But you will break their law. Your ass is theirs when you break their law. Protection for the most vulnerable. We need that protection. We need that assurance. We need that safety. And the Second Amendment should not outweigh the second greatest amendment, to love thy neighbor. The problem with police is that many officers do not love the people who they police in their communities, our communities. They come to our communities as occupying force a lot. They hurt us, they kill us. Before cell phones, you know what happened with Mumia wasn't on cell phone. It wasn't recorded. It was his word against theirs. It was the witnesses and who claimed to be witnesses who but I witnessed this. I can say that this is true. A young lady who goes by Nana. I think she's gone by Nana her whole life. She came in and she signed the Black Lives Matter. I always call this the Black Lives Matter artistic petition because I gave out the original Black Lives Matter coloring book for free. I created that book. I've never received any Black Lives Matter money. I'm not a part of the organization in that respect, but she signed here. Matter of fact, I thought she used green, a light color. Matter of fact, she signed here. She signed twice. Her name is in green. Because I noticed while she was signing, that she was signing in green, the color of life. Not the color of the blood, but the color of life for the people. On Mumia, the only man living in this picture. Dr. King holding on to his faith. We know passed in 1968. He has his hands interlocked in prayer, his fingers interlocked. His wife has her husband, her strength. Betty Shabazz, El-Haj Malik El-Shabazz, Malcolm X, BKA, better known as Malcolm X, is holding on to his self-respect. His wife holding on to her dignity. Tupac Shakur, legendary rapper, holding on to his rage with his fist in his hand. Lorraine Hansberry holding on to the pride flag. And Josephine Baker, I think I said she was holding on to her modesty. She looks like it, doesn't she? Booker T. Washington's marching forward. When I first did this picture, I was calling it One Direction because they all marching in one direction. But Booker T. Washington's marching forward, not off center. He's marching forward. Bob Marley is holding on to his peace. His peace, his tranquility. Henry Ossawa Tanner, another Philadelphian, is holding on to his paintbrush, his expression. Mary Bethune is holding on to her heart. Mary McLeod Bethune. I told y'all, the men here, you see this mouth? that right there is Kwame Ture. This is probably Stokely Carmichael before he was Kwame Ture. The mouth that I drew is a younger mouth before he went to Africa. But Frederick Douglass' right hand, Charles Lennox Reedman, and his right hand is holding on to a Bible. He preached, he ministered, just like Frederick Douglass preached. He ministered, just like Fred Hampton preached. He ministered, just like just like Huey Newton preached and ministered, just like Mumia preached and ministered. These men were ministers. Life affirming speakers, life giving mentors, leaders. Can't be afraid. Sometimes we let fear stop us, but the way to right wrongs is to shine the light of truth upon them. And Ida B. Wells said that the way to right wrongs is to turn the truth upon them. A lot of truth in this picture. Let me go back to some of these folks. Angela Davis, Black Power. Marcus Garvey is holding on to a Black Star Line ship ticket right next to Rosa Parks, holding on to her wings, or Rosa Parks is holding on to her bus pass. Those ain't wings. Bessie Coleman is holding on to her wings. She went from Texas to England to France to become the first black aviator, man or woman, to receive an international pilot's license. She's holding on to her wings. She had to do that because she lived during Jim Crow. They didn't want no woman in the air, much less a black woman. Steve Biko was holding on to the Black is Beautiful sign. Black is beautiful. The most beautiful voice that you ever heard sing, besides Aretha Franklin, I heard her sing in person. You know, I didn't get a chance to hear Mahalia Jackson sing in person, but oh my God, that voice. She's holding on to a note. She's singing. She sung at the March on Washington 1963. Nelson Mandela is holding on to his peace. Just like Bob Marley, I said, was holding on to his peace, his guitar. But Nelson Mandela has a peace sign. He said that when I got out of that cell, I had to leave the hate and the bitterness behind, otherwise I would still be in jail. 27 years after that, he said that. 27 years, his wife held him down. Winnie is holding on to the continent of Africa. South Africa Parliament, politician, beautiful woman, Winnie Mandela. Dorothy Height, another woman of integrity, of strength, is holding on to a female gender symbol. Jesse Owens is holding on to those 4 gold medals that he won in front of Adolf Hitler when he said that the white race, the Aryan race, was the superior race. Those 4 gold medals that Jesse Owens won, he's holding on to. Alice Coachman is holding on to the first gold medal that a black woman ever won, Alice Coachman. Benjamin Banneker is holding on to a scale and a compass. Benjamin Banneker, creator of the first clock, creator of the first atlas, creator of so many great inventions here in America. Benjamin Banneker. Muhammad Ali. Allah is the greatest. That's what that sign says that he's holding on to. Allah is the greatest. That's actually a newspaper. It's not just a sign. But I'm going to have to edit this video. Nat Turner's holding on to a saber or a blade, a scythe. And John Brown, the only white man in the picture, is holding on to a hatchet. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, rest in power. Madam C.J. Walker's holding on to scissors. Paul Robeson's holding on to a red ribbon, red flag, red sash. Maya Angelou's holding on to flowers, a bouquet. Langston Hughes is holding on to, did I say a flame? He's holding on to a flame, it looks like. Dre Scott is holding on to his freedom papers. Lewis Latimer is holding on to a light bulb. He invented the first light bulb. Robert Smalls is holding on to an American flag with blood on it. Robert Smalls commandeered a Confederate ship during the Civil War, and he freed his family and the family of other enslaved men from South Carolina, Charleston, Confederate South Carolina. Ida B. Wells is holding on to a newspaper that says "Injustice for All." Well, that's Robert Smalls back there. I was pointing over here, but Ida B. Wells is holding on to a newspaper that says "Injustice for All." Reuben Hurricane Carter got those chains on him. 21 years. Helping unlock those chains with a key is W.E.B. Du Bois. Behind W.E.B. Du Bois is Sean Bell, holding on to a wedding ring. He had just got married. Trayvon Martin's holding on to Skittles and Arizona tea. Everyone in this picture is someone significant, holding on to what makes them significant. The Black Lives Matter coloring book that I made is on Amazon, and I maybe should be holding on to that. I don't know.